I found myself another tree spot. This one is also by the lake, but that other tree that I go to usually, by now is already no more sun on it. But this one, full sun. Oh my God. I didn't even get to in my car to drive towards the hill until after what, almost 2:40. I said, oh my God, traffic's gonna start if I don't leave now. And I just want to show. Today is definitely a summer day. Look at my spot, look at my tree. It's like a perfect seat. You sit there and you lean back. Oh, and it's a gorgeous Monday at the park, meaning very few people. Animals all come because it's like it was such a day I don't want to talk about, but the important things is I'm here at the park. And it's a gorgeous summer day, literally summer in January. Warm sun, gentle breeze. I was like, my routines are all off. I was like, no matter what, as long as I can end up in the park before the night comes, I'm good. And then I'll figure out the rest after. The thing is, I grew up on my island on trees. I climb up all kind of tree, including coconut tree. So how about that? Which is the hardest one to climb. Oh. Wow. The ducks just came and landed. Ooh. It's so nice with the sun on my legs. Oh. Okay, now the ducks coming because they think I have food for them, but I don't. Oh yeah, how many of them? Let's show you. I see them stand up, then they go away. Oh, I can sit here forever today because I need it. Because on the way here, I was, oh, let me go to, I need to see the water. I think the lake will just calm me down. And then I park at my favorite spot, which is higher, the highest point of the parking spot that's available. And we can overlooking the park. So, oh my goodness, let me just sit here and fall asleep. Talking are not important. I needed to see this water, this peaceful lake. Oh my God, it's really calming down. There. Hmm. Yeah, today will be over. Tomorrow we'll be here. Not big deal. Have to, this is life. Nothing is forever. Especially, even your problem is not forever. So there. Think about the positive part. Love is not forever, at least not for me. Hate, definitely not forever. But actually for some people though, like depressed is forever till they die. And some of them die of that, suicide or famous. But I don't know, like I think at one point one time I watched Amy movie, like the singer who died in her 28, who killed herself. She was so miserable. I was like, that was a biography kind of movie. I watched the whole movie because I like her singing, I like her song. Man, I said, my God, she's so miserable towards the end. Let her do it. Let her finish her life. There's no way to live like that. So in her case, depression is forever. So it's like some problems are forever. Well, even that cannot say forever, right? When she died, it's finished. So for some people, yeah. My friend Sissy and I, we both kind of agree on this. I mean, I'm not saying that I am for suicide, right? But I believe there are people, when they want to finish their life, there is a reason for it. Some of them, it's their own life. If they live in misery, they might as well let them go ahead with it. I am not against it, but I'm not for it. Not saying that I would do it, because to suicide takes courage, takes a lot. So that's definitely one way to solve a problem, but definitely not the only way. Another way to solve problem is to live with your problem, but that's easier said than done. Chinese saying like, oh, you're standing there and talk about a problem, of course then your your back is not gonna hurt. Yeah, so that's a Chinese saying. Like, I don't know how to translate it properly, but yeah, so some problems are not forever, some are. I think in most of my case, I keep faith, positive. Hopefully some of my problem is just a matter of time. It will not be forever. Yeah, let me keep thinking about that. And then sometimes though, like in my life, right? So it's like sometimes you have to hit the bottom before you can come back up. I think in my case, many times, it's like you have to. After each problem, after each drama, I give this rebirth to myself. I felt like I was born again. Like this stage of my life, I felt like I was reborn. 2026. Yeah, I definitely got myself a different star, a new star, whatever, however you put it. But for me, it's like there's all these little things that I'm looking forward to in my life, and that's as good as it gets. Oh my God, this water is just made me feel so. You know how the water, when you're looking at it, look at how nice this water, so peaceful. When you look at like that, it just mellows you down. You just become so mellow. Yeah, make you feel like water. So it's like so relaxing. That's why I know today, before I come here, let me come to the lake. On Monday is a perfect spot. Let me go to my lake. So my son, we went to the driver's test and he failed. This is the second time he failed. So the good thing about it is, yeah, of course, for young people, it's hard for them to take this kind of. I mean, how would I put it? The first time when he failed, oh my God, he took it so badly on himself. He felt such a failure. He just so negatively, just so miserable to make him feel. And then the good thing about it, this second time when he failed, even though he's driving much better, it lasts, his negative reaction lasts probably half an hour. The first one, it lasts him almost a day. So this time, so that is the one thing that young people had to go through, is how do you react to failure. I mostly, the first time I've tried to, analyze with him, that kind of, but the thing that I've learned my lesson, you don't talk, just listen. And today that's what I did. I just listened to him. And then it took him a half hour. Come back, take a shower. After that, he's done. It's okay. So that for me is a great thing, because that's how young people learn how to take failure, right? So yes. So in this way, I'm glad they fail him. Don't tell him that. You don't like to hear that, but I think, it's a after a year or while they look back, he said, "Oh my God, how I get." He probably said, "How I can get so angry?" Blah 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 blah. Right? This is part of the thing they have to learn in life. Yeah, that's why I say at the beginning is nothing. Love doesn't last forever. Friendship doesn't last forever. Even family doesn't last forever. Some family people die. Some you just have a bad relationship. Doesn't mean you are blood related, that you have this connection all your life. No, me and my sister would never do. She's 7 years older than me. We never had a real connection before she passed away. And then, also, yeah, love's not forever. Family is not forever. Friendship is not forever. Nothing is. Not even your problem is forever. I'm sure at some point, maybe next time, third time is the charm that he will pass. If not, he will take the written test again and then do it again. So yeah, nothing lasts forever. The good, the bad, the ugly, they don't last forever. Just most of the, that's why, in a way, this is what I learned also in India. Like, you have for some guru, they actually, in order for them for their body and soul to stay on this earth instead of enlighten, go to heaven, whatever you call that, they almost have to do something so their body and soul can be held on the earth. Some of them are heavy chain smoker, for one example. Yeah, so my point about the Indian guru is, in order for you to keep living on earth, you have to learn how to coexist with your problem. Live with your problem. Nobody in life, no matter rich, poor, famous, ordinary people, all beings on earth, nobody can 100% live without problem. Even if you don't have problem with other people that you interact with, you most likely have problem with yourself, which even more often. That's why some of the people who are rich and stuff, their problem living with themselves, because when you have that much money, it's even harder to learn how to live with yourself. Living with yourself is, to me, is the most hard skill to learn. The hardest mindset to have is to have a mindset to live with yourself okay, because I literally know so many famous people. They can't really face themselves, live with themselves, because they all have this external energy, whatever format it is, either lots of friends or have a job that keep them busy, all that keep them busy. But try to be with yourself without all that. Now that's true talent. Because not everybody know how to deal with themselves. I have spent all my 60 years, and only at 63 I have finally, I wouldn't say master, but I would say I have conquered the skill, the challenge of facing myself, living with myself. Yes. And thanks to what? Not thanks to my beauty, energy, or anything. Thanks to, like, because I am not famous, thanks to my poor, not rich. Definitely when you're rich, it's harder, because then you have the venue, the device to surround people with you. But then when you do that, do you actually question yourself? Why are these people with you? Because of your money, or because of you only you? So that's all unreal. me, the strongest person is the kind of person who know how to deal with your own shit. Yeah. That's the hardest part. Yeah. The real life skill for me is to live with your problem and to face yourself, to hang out with yourself. I've seen so many of my friends, even in their 60s, 70s, they still feel lonely. Holy shit. To me, that's a joke. Well, I shouldn't speak for other people. Everybody is different. For me, it's like I'm really at a point. Lonely is just, I don't need that. I don't have that. It's so easy for me to deal with myself, spend time with myself, and then really face myself. Look at these birds. Look at how quiet. So quiet. Look at how nice. Yet I found myself another favorite spot, tree spot. Yesterday I was under the eucalyptus tree, but this is probably my favorite tree spot by the lake. It's just because the way these two tree trunks, I can just lean and sit and then watch it all. I haven't done my walk yet, but after this, I will just walk. But I don't actually feel like doing hills. I just want to walk around the park. Yeah. I think it's all my life. I've been living with all my problems. And all these problems, I have to say, if I look back and each one of them is all the holes that I dig for myself. I cannot blame it on other people. It always takes two. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's that gray. That's gray color. There's a white one and a gray color one. Those two live in this park. The white one, I just saw it earlier. I was talking with him. Yeah. See, all my life I had to live with problems, and then I think all these problems all has something to do with me. So that's life, right? You can't blame your problem for other people. There's always something that you did or not do, or sometimes even if you don't do anything, it's still you as yourself can still cause a problem. That's why sometimes I look at these people. I guess I should save that for another day. Maybe tomorrow I'll talk about. Yeah. Today is pretty good day after all. Even though my son failed the driver's test for the second time. I mean, even going there, I felt 50-50, fail, not fail. But I mean, out of the bad result, I would say, I couldn't even say it's a bad result. In my perspective, in my mind, it's not a bad result. At least the second time, my son has improved. Not the driving skill, but his reaction towards the failure has been like, wow, a huge step forward. Now, of course, I can't tell him that. Maybe a few days later, I'll tell him that. But right now, just leave it. After a few days, then we can talk about it. And yeah, he said he doesn't want to do any driving for 1 week. I said, yeah, no problem. He's got all the driving skills down. So it's like, so out of a bad day, it turns out to be a good day. I'm proud of my son for failing the driver's test second time. I don't think any mom would say that. I'm proud of him because he failed, but he reacted to it way better than the first time. To me, that's a win. So I'm like very, very happy. Look at how beautiful. Like I said before, life is good when you can still climb a tree. In my book, I grew up climbing trees. Anytime I see a tree, I can never resist not to climb on it. Thank you, lakes, for taking me to the lake. I love you, lake. You guys are the best. Life is good when you can still climb a tree. Life is good when your leg can still work for you. Life is good even if your son failed for the second time on the driver's test.